I got this here. Looks really good. A series of lynchets and field boundaries of various sizes and prominence spreading through the wood, forming an ancient, possibly prehistoric or Roman field system, associated with a large rectangular enclosure. I've got the grid reference. Where's the grid reference? There's the grid reference, and I'll go and show you. And it's abandoned and it's been ploughed away, blah 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 blah. So we go over to grid reference finder. Right, so there's grid reference finder, and here's the grid reference. And I think you've got this field here and this field that's right next to it. So here's the house up here, and this, and like I said, you've got the LiDAR, it can see through all the trees. So we'll go over to that now. You haven't got that field. Those are horse paddocks. But you've got this one and 11. So if we go over to here and I take off the trees, so this boundary that it talks about, I think, might be that. And it's been cut through by a medieval track through here. And you can see it's been ploughed away. But up here in these trees, look, you can see, like it talked about, medieval field boundaries. So these in here are medieval field boundaries. And you can just about see some strip lynchets going down the field, unless it's talking about, let's go out a bit, unless it's talking about these things. Now normally strip lynchets are quite, you know, sort of like almost terracing. So I'm thinking that this area here, down in this corner of this field, and possibly this field here, and 10, could well be a good spot. And then it's also got this huge thing that is under the trees. Put the trees back on, look. And here's a big double ditch enclosure, so that's probably something pretty epic. Now I did see something else over here. If I take those off, in there. Now you've got this here, see, it's got rounded corners. There are rounded corners on that. That could be Roman. And there's some disturbance in the middle. Possibly a building in there. Put the trees back on. Well, I didn't. It's a roadway. It's a road there. You can see a track. And I don't. That disturbance is trees. You can just about see something going through there. If we put that back on. Oh, wrong one. There, look. See that rounded corner? Could be a Roman fort. Could be. It's got rounded corners, and it's got something else there as well, look. So all this area here could be really good for Roman activity. These fields have been heavily ploughed here. Look, they're very smooth. There's a little bit of a dark patch in the middle, but I suspect that's geology. There's a little round thing in there, but I suspect that's a feeder, where the animals have been going round and round and round, and they've dug a little ditch. So this is probably a feeder. But yeah, down in this bottom corner, what fields are we looking at? 13, 12 and 11, and possibly 10. Right, what I'll do now is I will see if I can find any more information out about this area just here. Well, I found this site here. It shows up all these earthworks. So I click on one. There we go. Lynchets. So strip lynchets, that's medieval. And if you click on that, it tells you about it. Monument type, field system, late Iron Age. Ooh, skeets. 100 BC to 42 AD. Lynchet Saxon, so Anglo-Saxon. What's that? I can't read that. Field system. Coaxial. Early Neolithic to Roman. Ooh, early Neolithic to Roman? It's a bit of a wide one. So scroll down here. Series of Lynchits, field boundaries, field of prominence. I think I've read this before. Yeah, I've read that before. References. Oh, a few references. But anyway, let's go back to this little mappy thing. And that boundary, I click on that. And then click there. And that's, oh, it's a little picture. Bank and ditch. Description. Bank and ditch enclosure, rectangular, blah, blah, blah. Shows up on LiDAR. Yes, it does. Very nicely. It's not saying much. Ditched enclosure. Wait, late Iron Age, 100 BC. So that's that. Now we can scroll out a bit. So you've got this field here, and these fields here. So that's right next to all this activity. Now the rest of the site, you've got some activity up here. So if I click on that thing, Lower Dean Woods, Lynchit. So all in amongst the woods. What does it say? Lynchit Medieval 1066. So that's pretty good. What's this thing here? Trackway. Trackway. Right. Hollowed Way. Just says Hollowed Way. Well, that could be medieval. So, yeah. What's this great big thing going through the middle? Lower Dean Woods, hollow ways. Lots of hollowed ways. How to get rid of that? Oh, corner. Right. And then this is the camping area. So you've got these woods up here. Let's have a look at the... try and work out where we are. So you've got that camping area, that field there and that field. Let's go and have a look over there. It's that one and that one, isn't it? Of course, all these things are in the wood because the plough soil has been ploughed away, isn't it? So yeah, there's a lot of medieval going on and a bit of Roman. So it's quite, it looks promising. And it's all pastures, well, mostly pasture. I think there's one ploughed field if you want to go and get your boots pretty muddy. But yeah, it's looking quite good. Yeah, little field, then sort of a longer one. We got aerial picture. I'll put that on. That might make it a bit easier. Yeah, so you've got this one here and that one there. And then you've got another, what's that say? Wood bank, medieval, 19th century, 1066. So it's all there. It's all there. You know, but whether it's been done to death by other people is another thing. How far can you go out on this? Oh, it's just showing that one area. I thought it might be handy for me. It says National Trust. Well, they must do other areas. So I'm going to save this one. Might just save this one and look up my area later on.